Hey guys, hi, hello, what's up, konnichiwa, hola, yo. Welcome back to another video guys. Now for today's vlog, we are gonna be doing something that's actually very personal. For the video today, I decided that I was gonna not only invite you guys into my room with me, I'm also gonna be giving you guys a whole complete room tour. It's not gonna be a boring room tour where I'm just gonna like show you guys around the room like yo, this is my room and be done with that. That's not gonna be it. Instead, I'm gonna be showing you guys around my room. Along with that, I'm gonna be telling you guys some really fun stories about some of the things that are in my room. So basically, everything inside my room has some meaning behind it. It represents something or symbolizes something for me that's actually like very meaningful. So I thought it would be like fun to tell you guys the story behind that stuff and show you guys around my room as well. So that's at least the idea behind this video. Also, on top of that, I'm also gonna give you guys a little bit of a closet tour and also like show you guys my shoe collection, some of my clothes, things like that. So yeah, this should be fun. I really hope it's fun. You guys better have fun. With that being said, I don't think there's anything much else to say. Let's just start the room tour right now. Yeah, come on in. I hope you guys liked that little montage. It gave you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of everything that is in the room. Now we go into the details. Here is how I was hoping that we could actually do this. I was thinking I would take you guys one by one through each part of the room, and as we go through each part, I'm gonna tell you guys whatever I'm showing you guys, and I'm gonna tell you guys what that is and why do I have that there, and if there are any stories behind that, I'll tell you guys those as well. With that being said, let's do that. Let's just do that. Enough talk. Let's go. First thing that you see as soon as you enter into the room is the dresser. This side of the dresser we basically have my perfumes and the body sprays and all of those things. I got my car keys, I got my hairbrushes. Things are placed over there because I kind of need them when I'm leaving for uni in the morning. So they're like right over there because usually I'm like late for uni in the morning, so I kind of need them right over there, right in front, so I can just grab them. That's on one side over there, and then on this side we have my hair products. So we got the hairspray, which I don't really use that much. I think I've only used it like once or twice. I basically go with this hair matte clay. This is what I use. It's not super hard, so it doesn't make your hair like hard like hair gel. Also, it's all natural ingredients. Is that the word? Ingredients, yeah.
You stupid.
So it doesn't really damage your hair, which was like a big problem for me. My hair got really damaged throughout the years because I used to put like all kinds of stuff in there.
What do you mean by that?
So I switched to this hair matte clay, which is supposed to be healthy for you. Yeah, we got that. We got my face mask and my card for university right there because I need it. I need to just grab and go with this. And I got like some body lotion because you know summers, so you need body lotion.
Okay.
And then we have like a aftershave which you use after you shave your face and stuff. Okay, so then we have the three drawers. The first drawer we basically not much in here, just like a bunch of extra face masks and a bunch of my medicine which I need for allergies. Second drawer we have like a bunch of my socks and like my belts and stuff. Next up we have, we're not going to talk about the bottom drawer. So that's the hairdresser. after the hairdresser, the next thing we have is that wall clock right up there. It's the only clock in my room, and the color scheme is red and black, which are two of my favorite colors. This is like a temporary room of mine. We basically moved houses. I'm not gonna get into that, but we're living in this house temporarily. So a bunch of stuff is like missing as well from this room. But the reason I bring that up is because in my own room, when I first like got my own room for the first time, I basically decided to go with like a red and black scheme all throughout the room. So that's why I got that clock. Everything in the room was like red and black, and that went with that. So yeah, we have that wall clock. Alright, now moving on towards some of the fun stuff. So this basically right here is what I call my wall of fame. We got 3 posters up in here. Eminem, we got Rey Mysterio, another Eminem poster. So the reason I've got these right over here is because Eminem and Rey Mysterio are basically like 2 of my biggest inspirations in life. I look up to those guys. You know, you have those guys who are like your role models, and they are basically 2 of my biggest role models in life that I've ever had. And I found both of those guys at like very different parts of my life. Rey Mysterio, I was a big fan of pro wrestling back in the day, and when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And music I found a lot later in life when I was like 13, 14. I'll go into more detail about those when I'm talking about the shelf. And that's why I have these up on my wall, because I don't consider myself a guy that very easily becomes a fan of people. I don't call myself a fan of a lot of people, and I'm not a fan of a lot of people. I'm not the kind of guy that cares about celebrity or anything like that. Even if you like bring Michael Jackson back to life and stand him in the room in front of me, I'll just be like, hi, what's up?
How could you?
Because I'm very competitive, and in most of the cases I'm like, oh, whatever that guy can do, I could do, you know. But these 2 guys have inspired me so much, and I look up to them so much that I'm proud of calling myself a fan of them. And yeah, I just wanna, you know, I wanna show that. So hence the poster. Alright, so next up we have literally one of my favorite parts of my room, the thing that means the most to me. I'm gonna tell you guys the story behind everything that's over here. So this is the shelf. Everything on the shelf basically represents a passion of mine or a part of my life in some way. Okay, so before I get into that, I'm gonna have to explain to you guys the 3 loves of my life. Throughout my life, there have been 3 things that I consider the 3 loves of my life. 3 things that I've truly been passionate about, and 3 things that I love to do. So the first thing that I ever fell in love with, that I was truly passionate about, that I really saw myself doing as a kid, was pro wrestling. WWE, which is like the most famous pro wrestling promotion. That's basically what I wanted to do when I was a kid. When I was like 4 or 5 years old, I just fell completely in love with that. Yeah, that's the first love of my life, and I wanted to be a pro wrestler. I still want to be a pro wrestler. I want to do that. I've learned so much about that, and that's the first love of my life. So yeah, that's that. And Rey Mysterio was my favorite pro wrestler of all time. So the reason behind why Rey Mysterio inspires me so much, and why I consider him one of my, you know, role models and idols in life, is because growing up I was never a big kid. I was never tall. I was never, you know, muscular or big. I was always like short, and I always like skinny. And so seeing someone who was like the same height as me, or someone who was the same size as me, in the ring, fighting literal giants, like 7-foot tall monsters, and beating them. And before you start with that wrestling is fake thing, I know, it's not fake, it's scripted. I'm not gonna get into that. You come to me and tell me wrestling is fake, we're gonna have a fight. The outcome is predetermined, yes. But whatever they're doing in the ring, that's 100% real. Hitting somebody in the back with a steel chair, that's real. Jumping off the top of a 10-foot ladder through a table, that's real. You cannot fake that. And that hurts, careers end, people get injured, it's real. We're not gonna argue on that. And I saw Rey Mysterio going to the ring, fight these giants and win, and literally climb to the top of the WWE. So that basically just really inspired me, because that gave me the confidence that like, if he could do it, I could do it, and I don't have to be afraid of somebody who's bigger than me. I can fight anybody I want, as long as I've got the heart for it. And so he basically taught me like the first really important lesson in my life, that it's not about the size of the dog in a fight, it's about the size of a fight in a dog. And that's something that I literally live my life by. And there's obviously a lot of other reasons as well, but you know, we're gonna just keep it short for now. The second love of my life, when when I was like 14 years old. So pro wrestling I found when I was like 6, 7, maybe even younger than that. Then when I was like 13, 14 years old, I found music. Music I found through Eminem, and then the first time I heard Eminem and the first time I heard actual hip hop music, talking about hip hop music by the way, I just completely was like, what is this thing? You know, like it just completely caught my attention. Like I said, it was like love at first sight. Once again, I fell completely in love with it. And the more that I learned about Eminem, his life, his career, everything about him, the more I was like inspired by him, and the more, you know, I started respecting him. There's so many levels on which I relate to him, and there's so many things that I relate with that he says in his music, like people not believing and rising against all the odds, having stacked against you, and then still going ahead and winning. So that's why I love Eminem, and that's why I fell in love with hip hop. And hip hop in itself is so like incredibly like complicated and beautiful and complex, and it's just like there's so many layers to it, and it's so like, it's like a beautiful mess. It's the best way that I can explain it. I just fell in love with it, and I love that art form, and I can actually write and I can actually rap. So yeah, there's that. Third love of my life was actually content creation. So I found YouTube when I was like 16 after I completed college, and it was time to choose a career. I was like, I don't really know what to do, and everybody was like, you have to choose a career now. So that's when I started looking for like what I wanted to do in my life. And looking back, my first love was pro wrestling, my second music. So I've always been like good at entertaining, and as a kid I was always like the funny kid. Now I'm really shy and awkward, and now I have this social anxiety thing, which really sucks, and it kind of like has truly hidden away the real me. But the real me was always like funny, and I was like effortlessly funny, and I could just do that, you know, I could make people laugh, and I loved making people laugh. Making people happy made me happy, so it just made sense. And I love entertaining, you know, entertaining is something like I see how many lives you can touch with that. I see how many people you can inspire with that. So that's what content creation was to me, and that was just like a way to basically build an audience, to have a voice, something that I've always wanted. So once again, it was like love at first sight, all these three things. That was the third love of my life, was basically content creation, which includes like YouTube and Instagram and social media and all of that. So now you guys know the three loves of my life. I'm going to tell you guys the story behind everything that's on this shelf right here. Okay, so on the bottommost shelf we have basically two boxes. We have a box of a camera, and we have a box of a microphone. This is the first ever camera that I got. It was a Nikon D5300, and I got this when I was like 16, once again when I first started YouTube. I got a camera and I got a laptop, and I just started making videos. This basically represents my, you know, love for content creation. With that we have a box of a microphone, which was my first ever microphone. It also is here because this is something that I recorded my first ever song on. So this basically is like where I started my music journey. This represents the second love of my life, which is music. Above that we have my first ever WWE Championship replica that I got. What I got when I was like 6 years old. So this is what, like I'm 22 now, so I'm bad at math, guys. Do the math.
You stupid.
6 to 12, and then 12 to like 22, so 16 years old. It's 16 years. Sheesh, I'm old. But this is like the first ever championship that I got. It's like one of my favorite championships of all time that WWE has ever had. And I remember playing with this as a kid all the time. This is all I ever did, was just pretend to be a WWE superstar. That was my playtime. I didn't go out, I didn't do anything else. That's all I used to do. And with that we have my second favorite championship. Actually, I'm conflicted between which is my favorite between these two, but this was the second belt that I got, which might actually be the most beautiful looking WWE championship of all time. These represent my love for pro wrestling. Above that we have my first ever boxing glove. Boxing is something that I'm still in the process of falling in love with. So I definitely want to be a boxer as well. It's something that I'm currently now falling in love with. So yeah. Next up we have my first ever gaming console, which is a PlayStation 2. Gaming is also something that I'm really in love with. So I'm also record most of my content with gaming. You know, I game a lot on my YouTube. It's just something like that I just really love. It's just, yeah, so this represents that, and these are some of the games. On the top shelf we have basically just random stuff. Got like a bunch of random books that I read as a kid. We got a deck of cards, we got a watch, we got a cricket ball. I didn't really like love cricket like that. I've never been a fan of cricket. Never been a fan of sports at all actually. But I did used to play cricket a lot as a kid because that's what everybody played. So we got that for that reason. We got my motorcycle helmet because I do love driving. I might get like a little small toy car and place that over here. We got a picture of Michael Jordan because I love shoes and sneakers, which we're gonna move to very soon. And I guess that's about it. That was the shelf. This part of the video was a little long. I know. Now you guys know a lot more about me. I guess we move on to the next part. Let's go. So these are all of my shoes. Sneakers is also something that I like really am into, and I've just very recently gotten into like the last couple of years. Some of my favorite shoes are basically Jordans, Yeezys and NMDs, I guess. These are all the shoes that I currently do have. Starting with this one, which is a Jordan 1. I recently got those like last week, and these are like the latest in my sneaker collection. Next to them over here were my Jordan 3s, which I'm actually wearing right now. If I can show you guys. Wait, there we go. So those are the Jordan 3s. These are like a little dirty, so just ignore that.
Okay.
These are my NMDs, and then next to that we have my other Jordan 1s, which are like black and white. Those are Jordan 1 Dior's. These are Jordan 1s. Other than that we have my Jordan 4s. These are really old, so these are like very bad condition. I need to get new ones. I've worn these a lot as well, so ignore the fact that they look like that. But yes, we got those right over here. So my favorite shoes, if I had to rank them, would be Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s and Yeezys. Those are my 4 favorite shoes of all time, and this is my sneaker collection. Yeah. Next up, I'm gonna show you guys what's in my closet, show you guys some of my clothes. We got all of my t-shirts and my jeans that I currently do wear over here, which will make more sense in a second once I show you guys that side. I basically changed up my look. I have like certain looks that I go with. Back in the day, I used to wear like round neck t-shirts and jeans. That was the look, and that's the look that I've always kind of had. That's just what my style is. I don't really like shirts that have any sort of buttons on them. I don't know, I have a thing with buttons. Buttons just kind of give me the ick. I don't know how to explain it. I see buttons, it makes me like gag. I don't like buttons at all on me or anybody else. Buttons are just not for me. So I don't wear any shirts that have buttons on them. I don't wear button-ups. I don't wear polo shirts. I don't wear any of that. It's round neck t-shirts and jeans. That's just my look. That's what I used to go with. Recently though, I've changed it up to now wearing these oversized t-shirts like this one right over here that I'm wearing right now. As you can see, it's like super like relaxed and loose. And with those shirts, all of these are like, you know, the same. We have trouser pants or jogger pants. I have like camo ones, green ones, white and black, and this one that I'm wearing right now. This is like my Eminem t-shirt. Yes, I got an Eminem t-shirt made. It says Slim Shady on the back, Eminem at the front, and this right here is basically my first ever merch. So when I first started YouTube, I got this shirt made. Yes, that is my face. That used to be my logo, MaxQTV. That is what my channel used to be called back in the day. Now it's called TheLifeOfM2k. It says like, comment and subscribe at the back. I got this made. I used to wear this all the time, which is now I realize it's pretty embarrassing. These are my suits that I wear for weddings. That's this side of the closet. And for the other side of the closet, we have all of these t-shirts that I no longer wear because, like I said, completely changed up my style. So I don't wear any of these anymore. I wear them in the house if I'm like sleeping in my room or whatever, but I don't really wear them outside anymore. These are all of my old jeans. I don't wear these anymore either, but they are here. We got all of my trousers for sleeping purposes. Those are my only 2 pair of Bargamis or Pita Shalwar, which I wore once at weddings, and that was once too many. I'm never wearing these again. So this is basically the drawer where I have all of the things that are like memories. I'm somebody who likes to collect stuff. I'm big on nostalgia. I don't like to lose stuff. So like old pictures, you know, movie tickets, old phones. I just can't throw anything away. So I keep everything. There's a lot more than this that I have, but these are just some of the stuff. And then up there we have all of my random boxes. Like all of the boxes that I get, I just store them up there. I don't like I said, I don't like throwing things away. So yeah, we got all the boxes up there. That's that. Now guys, for the finale, I'm gonna show you guys my gaming / streaming setup. This right here is one of the most expensive purchases that I've made. I got this in 2020 when Corona first started, so it was like really hard to get everything. This is where I make all of my content now. We got a microphone. Up there we have my ring light and we have my camera. I'm recording on it right now, so it's not up there. Then we got 2 screens. They're both connected to the same CPU, so I can move the mouse across the screens and like have one thing open on one screen and move it to the other. It's basically the same computer with 2 different screens. When I'm recording, one screen has like my recording software on which I can see what's being recorded, and then on the main screen where I actually do whatever I'm doing. So if I'm watching a video or playing a game, that happens on the main screen. Then we got 2 controllers right over there, and then we have like a speaker behind that, and then we have the PC. So that's the gaming slash streaming setup. So that was the end of the room tour. I hope you guys found this a little bit interesting. I hope you guys got to learn something new about me or anything about me at all. If you guys got to learn, that's a W for me. If there's anything else you guys want to know, well, then you gotta ask me. With that being said, I'm gonna end this video right over here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna see you guys hopefully in another video really soon. Until that happens, peace.
I'm a soldier. These shoulders hold up so much they won't budge. I never fall or fold up. I'm a soldier. Even if my collarbones crush or crumble. Yeah. Never was a thug, just infatuated with guns. Never was a gangster till I graduated to one and got the rap of a villain, the weapon concealing. Took the image of a thug, captured a villain, willing to stick out my neck for respect if it meant life